Okay, I think we're live, you guys. So it is the last day of the third quarter. It's also right before spring break. Yes, you get a spring break. There'll be no work, no videos, nothing all next week. Hopefully you guys just chill. We can't go anywhere. That's kind of sad. I like to take a trip. But anyway, so let's go through this. So first of all, before we do anything, let's take a look. Third quarter grades are going to be in everything you've done from the last chapter, not this new chapter. From chapter 5 will be put in the grade book, and that will be part of your quarter grade. If you haven't been doing anything at all, that it's going to reflect on your quarter grade, definitely. And then we'll talk about quarter 4 in a bit. Okay, so first of all, answers. So these are the answers I got for last night's homework. So, you know, same base, I can cross it out. 4x equals 12, I got x equals 3. Same base, cross it out. X plus 5 equals 20. I can solve for x. X is 15. Same base, I can solve for x. So x is 2.5. Same base, I can cross it out and solve for x. I got x equals 0. Same base on this one. Oh no, I'm sorry, not same base. So I had to look at what 1024 is, and it is a 4. I used my little chart, and hopefully you guys have your little chart, but I found it. On the 4s, there it is. I've got my 1024 is 4 to the 5th, and then I just solve for x. 6, I can look at my charts, maybe it's an 8, so it's my 8. 512 is 5 to the 3rd. Same base, cross it out, solve from there. Got x equals 0. 7, I had to look at my chart, and 4 to the 4th, so my chart 4 to the 4th. Is right there, 256. So same base, crossed it out, and solve for x. Right, boom, boom, got x equals 3. 49 is 7 squared. 343 is 7 cubed. So then I cross out my same base, and I've got my 2 times my x minus 2 equals 3. I get a 2x minus 4 if I distribute, and then solve for x. 36 is 6 squared. And so I have the same base, cross out the bases, and then I go from there. So I can distribute from here and get a 12x minus 2 equals 5x. I subtracted 5 and I got 7x, added the 2, minus 5x gives me a 7x, plus 2 gives me a 2. Divide by 2 and I get 2 sevenths. 81 is 9 squared. Same base, I can cross that out and have an x minus 1 equals a 6x. I subtract x, I get a 5x. Oh, that's a 4. No wonder. There we go. 4. And then minus x, I get a 5x equals negative 4. Divide by 5, I get negative 4/5. 11, 64. Now that was hard. It took me a while to figure that one out. Believe it or not, I had to go all the way to 2s. 2 to the 6th power is 64. And 2 to the 9th power. I just played around with my calculator and finally got it, but 2 to the 6th. 2 to the 6th was 64, and 2 to the 9th was 512. So I had to make them the same base. I really did. Once I got them to the same base, and then cross off my bases, and then I can distribute and get 6x plus 6 equals a 9x. Subtract 6x, I get a 3x. I get 6 equals 3x. Divide by 3, and I get 2. Okay. 12, 36, the same thing as 6 squared. So then I can cross off same bases, and I could have 2x equals a distribute, 4x plus 2. Minus 2x gives me a 2x minus 2, and I get x equals negative 1. Okay, so that's, oops, that didn't help. That's what I got for the answers. Okay, so now today what I want to do is this. We're going to go through the review with you. Okay. And so here's what I'm going to do. Here is the review. I'm going to do some of these problems, and then your assignment is for you to do some of the others. So if you need to pause it to do the homework and then send it to me. So I'm going to do some of these. So you're going to do number 2. Let me do number 1. So to do number 1, I've got this chart right here, and this is the problem for number 1. It wasn't a very good copy. Sorry about that. And these are the ones for number 2. Okay, I'll let you guys do number 2. So first of all, negative 2, 225. 25 is way up here, okay? It's like even off the chart. And then 1 and 1/5 is like right, barely see it, right? And then -1 and 5 is up here. And then 0, 1 is here. And then 2, and it looks to me like it's got that shape, that J shape. So I'd say definitely exponential. And it's got to be decay. So I'd say exponential. I'd go along with decay. Alright. Number 2, I'll let you do number 2. So this is your problem. You guys get to do number 2. Okay, that's yours. 3. Now it says make a table of drawings. So I'll do 3. So what I have to do is plug in. I'm just going to use my calculator. I'm going to take these values and I'm going to put these values in for x. Now watch me do it on my calculator because it's really actually pretty easy. I will go 3 parentheses 0.5 parentheses to the power of -2. Whoops, -2. Okay, I got an answer of 12. So I'm put a 12 right here. Okay, now I'll do the same thing again. I'll go 3, I'll go parentheses 0.5 parentheses to the power of -1. Get an answer of 6. Okay, I'll plug in 0 in for x. I'll go 3 parentheses 0.5 to the power of 0 and I get 3. Okay, I see a pattern, but I'm going to keep going. Definitely see a pattern. 3 parentheses 0.5 to the power of 1. I get 1.5. Looks like I'm taking half of it each time. And out of the last one, I'll take 3 to parentheses times 0.5 to the power of 2, and I get a 0.75. So I just let my calculator do the work. I'm going to graph this. I'll have -2 at 12, which is there. I'll have a -1 and 6, which is there. I'll have a 0 and 3, which is about there. A 1 and a 1.5 is maybe about there. A 2 and a 0.75 is right about there. So it sure looks like it is exponential. Try to connect the dots. I'd say it's exponential. Looks like decay because it's getting smaller. And domain. Well, let's think about this. It's forever wide. It really is, because as it's going up, it's always going over. And I can plug in any x I want. So domain is all real numbers. Okay. Now the range, though, is this. It's never going to touch, because half of a half of a half of a half. It will never reach 0, ever. But it goes up forever. So the range is going to be y is greater than 0. Not equal to, never touches 0, okay? Okay, I will let you do number 4, okay? So you've got number 2, and you get to do number 4, okay? Turn page, okay? Oh, do you want to take a look at number 4? Here, you want to pause it, take a good look at number 4. There you go. All right, now, number 6. I'll let you guys do 5. 5 is pretty easy. I'll do the hard one. I'll do 6. So I need the same base, and this one's tough because 1 over 27, same thing as 1 over 3 to the 3rd power. And you can look at your chart if you want to. Okay, if I take a look at my 27 is 3 to the 3rd, but we talked about negative exponents, so I'm going to rewrite it as a 3 to the -3. Okay, so I'm going to make this a 3 to the -3 with a 4 minus x equals. Now I also know that 9, that's easy, 9 is just 3 squared, so I'll make that 3 squared times a 2x minus 1. Okay, okay, same base, cancel, cancel. I'll have a -3 times a 4 minus x equals a 2 times a 2x minus 1. I'll distribute. I will distribute this times this, this times this, this times this, this times this, and I'll get a -12 plus a 3x equals a 4x minus 2. I'll solve minus 3x minus 3x minus 3x 3x. I'll get a negative 12 equals a 1x minus 2 plus 2 plus 2, and I'll get x equals negative 10. Okay. All right. I'll let you do 5. 5 is actually pretty easy because same base already. Okay. 7. I'll let you do 7, but I'll do 8 because 7 is very close to the same thing. Okay. Okay. You buy a used car, it decreases by 12% every year. Write a function, so it is going to be exponential, but it decreases. So I'm going to go up and look right up here. I've got a hint. How about that equation right there? Because it decreases. I like that one. My beginning amount. There's my beginning amount. There's my A. My 12% becomes 0.12. So I'm going to rewrite it as y equals my beginning amount, 6,599 times 1 minus 0.12 to the t power. Okay, there's my equation. Easy. Okay, what is the value of the car after 2.5 years? I'm just going to put 2.5 in. I'm going to go y equals 6,599 1 minus 0.12 to the 2.5. I'm just going to use my calculator. My calculator to do the work. Okay, we're going to go 6599 parentheses 1 subtract 0.12 to the power of 2.5, and get an answer of $4,793.85. Okay, I'm write that down. So $4,793.85. Okay, now it's car value after 20 years. Same thing, except for I'll put 20 here. I'll go, okay, y equals 6,599 times a 1 minus a 0.12 to the 20 power. And again, I'm just going to let my calculator do this work. Okay, clear that. Now I'm going to go 6,599 times 1 minus 0.12 to the power of 20. And I get an answer of only $500. So yeah, it's about right. About what my truck's probably worth nowadays. Okay. Anyway, that's another story. So probably about $511.84 if I round up. Okay. Pretty easy. Okay. Now that means I'm going to let you do 7. And 7 is very similar, except for it's money, $500. That's your beginning amount. Compounded annually. 7%, so you're going to probably use this one because it's growing. Write the function, what's the balance after 2 years. Okay, that's for you to do. Okay. Now, 9 and 10, I'm going to let you do 9. It is exponential. I'll let you take a look and see why. I do a little short graph. You can see if you graph it. 10, again, if I just do a real quick graph of it, that always tells me, because I can look at the shape. I think this is the best way to do it. You can guess. Some kids guess. I like to do a graph because I think a graph really tells me what's going on. Okay, so if I do a graph and put some points down here on my graph, I've got a point at negative 2, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0, 2, 2, negative 4, and 4, negative 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, it looks like a straight line. Let me get my ruler out. Let's see if I can connect the dots. Oh yeah, it's definitely straight. Agree with that. And if I need an equation, I know it's a linear. Remember, we're going to use our y equals mx plus b. So we're going to go y equals, looks like it's down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. Starts 2, so negative 3 over 1x. Plus 2. Linear. Okay. Alright. There you go. So you can do 9. This would be your beginning amount. And you have to find your B to get the equation. Okay, so you can do 9. I just did 10. So turn the page. Okay, 11, 12 we're not going to do. I took those off. We're not going to talk about those another day. I'll do 14, and you guys can do 13, you can do 15, and you can do 16, because it's just a matter of using the calculator, okay? Evaluate the function for the given value of x. So all we're going to do is just take -1 and plug it in and let the calculator do it. Okay, this is pretty easy. That's why I think you guys can do the rest. So I'm just going to use my calculator. We're going to go -2 parentheses 3 parentheses to the power of -1, and that's my answer, which is basically 2/3. If you don't know it's 2/3 and you want to go -0.6, put a bar over it, right, because it repeats, but it really is the same thing as -2/3. Okay, and then I'll let you do 13, 15, and 16. Just plug it in and use a calculator. Okay. All right. What do you think? Pretty easy. 17. Okay, here we go. So first of all, what I want to do is make a scatter plot. Oh, let's complete the table first. Okay, so what do you see? It's going half of it, half of it, half of it. Okay, so I can complete this table. Sure looks like we're going half. Yep. So half of 100 is 50. Half of 50 is 25. Half of 25 is 12.5. And half of 12.5, what's that? 6.25. Hold on, 12.5 divided by 2. 6.25, that's right. Okay. Now talk about elements. So you might want to round this possibly to 12 or 13, round this one to 6. It's okay. So write an equation that can be used to evaluate. Okay, so now it's definitely going to be exponential decay. Alright, so I want to use the y equals a b to the x power. Okay, so a is the beginning amount. Well, right there, there's my beginning amount. We start with 400 because 0. Okay, so I'm going to go as an answer, I'm going to go y equals 400. Now what I notice is from our chart we're taking half of it each time, and if you're not sure, 200 divided by 400, you can find b by just taking the second one divided by the first one, but we already knew it was 1/2, right? Half of it, so I'm going to put a 1/2 here to the x power, or even t. I kind of like t because we're talking about time. I'll take x. Okay, so that's the answer. Now, how many grams will be left after 20 centuries? All right, well, let's take a look at that. All we're going to do is put 20 in for t. Okay, so I'll go y equals 400 times 1/2 to the 20th power, and we're just going to let our calculator do the work. Okay, so I'll go 400, and I'm going to go 1/2 to the power of 20. It's basically, now what the heck does this mean? My calculator has a 3.8. Calculator has a 3.814, blah blah blah. But then it has -4. Okay, so that's scientific notation on my calculator. So we're going to take this decimal point and move it over 1, 2, 3. Right? And so we're looking at 0.00. 4. I got to take it 4. 0.0003814 elements, which really can't quite be an element at all if it's that many. Okay, anyway, that would be my answer. So, here's what I want you to do. Okay, this is your homework. You guys need to complete this. So you need to do question number 2. You need to do question number 4, 5, 7, 9, 13, 15, 16, and that's it. Now, when you're ready for the test, listen up. Okay, so do this. Okay, when you're ready for the test, so finish this up, do review, just those few questions, and then I will text or email test to you. Okay, now it doesn't have to be done right away because it won't go into 4th quarter's grade, so get it done. as soon as you can, but no rush, okay? No rush, okay? If you want to get it done today, that'd be awesome. I will grade it. Okay, that's it. Do you have any questions? Just please email me, text me, whatever you guys want to do, okay? So that's what I got for the day.